What?
I said Malcolm alleged that some of Elijah's women were underage secretaries, and can you expound on that?
Yeah, well, I guess they were because they were there. I seen them. I seen them myself. It's all true. It's all true.
Good evening, messenger. You convinced us that you were the last messenger. How many other bastard children do you have?
What now you stated Butch Lewis wrote all the checks. Like literally wrote all the checks for 8 years when he was there?
Fred, I told you that already.
No, the reason why I'm saying because this is a separate video, man.
Listen,
It's a
Fred,
separate video. I gotta
does it matter to people who wrote the checks at top rank?
listen. Let me
No,
ask the
no,
question.
answer the question first.
Say it
Does it
again.
matter? Why do people got to know who wrote the checks at top rank?
Because I'm
Involves something.
I'm about to ask you a question.
Tell me why they need to wrote the checks.
Because I was gonna ask you.
All right, good brother.
I was gonna ask you about y'all dealings with John Ali and Herbert Muhammad.
Listen, when we got there, John Ali was gone.
Okay.
Herbert was still around, but John Ali was gone.
I mean,
See, my job, let me clear this out, man. So you don't try to put me, I don't know nothing about no damn check. All I know that Butch wrote the checks. I don't know how he wrote them, why he wrote them, or when he wrote them.
Sure.
My job was to make sure that Butch was secure. Not worried about no checks. I don't know why your parents want to know about checks, but it's not my business, the checks. My job was to secure Butch Lewis personally and his family, because his father trusts me to take care of Butch in New York and take care of Butch Lewis, and Minister Jeremiah to take care of Butch. I care less about no checks. I care less if he ever wrote one for Herbert. So that should clear up about the checks.
Okay. And I was going to ask you I was going to ask about Muhammad Ali as it pertains to Muhammad Ali because he went through multiple was Muhammad Ali going forth and back from Don King to Bob Arum, Don King to Bob Arum, because his last fight he fought with he fought Trevor Burbick, right? With Don King, right?
Is that what you said?
No, I'm asking.
Why you asking me? Call the office.
Man,
why you asking me? I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, you do.
Why do you think I would know?
I'm asking. I'm just asking.
I'm telling you, I don't know, and you calling me a liar saying I do know.
I'm asking historical questions because you are probably the. I ain't gonna lie. You are the best person I know as it pertains to dates.
You crazy.
You are. You're the best person. You are by far. You're the best person I know with dates.
I love you and your children and your wife, but you're a mental patient.
I am a mental patient.
Yes, he fought with Trevor. That fight was with Trevor Burton. That fight was with Trevor. We did that show. with Trevor Burton. Butch was against it because when he fought Trevor, Don and Butch had a partnership called a dynamic duo. And Butch pulled out of that fight. He said, Don, I'm not going to do that to the champ. I don't want no parts of that because he's done. After the Larry Holmes fight, we said that, man, I was in tears, man. And I never liked Veronica, but I got up and went to hug Veronica. She had tears in her eyes. All of us was sitting, Fred. Didn't nobody cheer for Larry at that fight. They were stunned. The magic was gone. The butterfly was dead. But we took the fight. It is what it is. Angelo had enough. Angelo got up and said, I'm Bodini. And I love Bodini Brown. I got to tell you this, please. Bodini Brown was a character. Come on, champ. One more time, champ. But that night, October 2nd, 1980, the magic was gone. Fred. That night, I was so mad at Larry. I want to send some niggas to get him. I'm in the hotel. My crew from 12 wait for me to get an order. And I looked over and I looked at Rockman. Rockman shook his head. Leave it alone. God have blessed us. I said, Rock, I can't let this go down like this. He said, Brother Captain, and Rockman's still living. That's his brother, he'll tell you. He said, Brother Captain, all good things come to an end. No regime lasts forever. He said, read the 113 sword and the 42 eye. Nothing lasts forever. He said, the prophet, may peace be upon him. My brother time has come to an end. And I looked at Rock. I looked at Rockman. We call him Rock.
And
I said,
Rahman is Muhammad Ali's brother. Continue.
Yeah, that's Ali's brother.
Mm-hmm.
Only brother, only sibling. And Rock shook his head. He said, we're Muslim. We're not going out like that. I said, Rock, this is me you're talking to, man. He said, this is my brother. We're not going out like that. It's over. The ride is over. God have blessed us. We have ate good. It's Larry's time. Let him have it. When Angelo jumped up in that corner, the only reason Larry didn't get it, because of Rockman. And I told Larry, listen, to put a rod behind him. But Rod told Larry, he say, don't sleep on this fat guy here. He got a lot of power in them streets, especially in Philadelphia and around the globe, because he's an honorable guy. His word is good. And Larry tell you himself, Marad will take him, Marad was there. Marad. I talked to Marad every day. I talked to Brother Marad. Yeah, that's the way it go, man. He just didn't know who he was playing with. Larry didn't know. But Larry came in the dressing room. I saw Larry go in the dressing room, but I'm so mad at him. 'Cause I'm not thinking for him. Maverick going back. He just went out on the bicycle. Huh? Maverick going back. He just went out on the bicycle. Yeah, you know where he went. I like you don't know where he went. All right, man. So what happened, Fred, was that's how it went down. So me and Butch, we sitting there. I don't believe what happened that night. We thought the magic was still there, Fred. And that's the first time I said the magic is gone. Bodini cried like a baby. You know who Bodini was, right?
Yeah, Bodini was he was a drug addict, but he was like his cut man or something like that. What was he?
It was the motivator.
The motivator. Yeah. Bodini. Yeah.
How you know he was? Now, Fred, we're not gonna put labels on nobody. We don't do that. You wasn't raised like that.
I'm not raised. I'm telling you what I know, man. God, I read books and books and watched the movie.
You read books and you watch, but movie is fiction. If you didn't see the man drink or put nothing in his nose, you don't know that, Fred. We can't go on that with what we know. I keep trying to teach you so you can teach your son. What you don't see, you can't believe it.
Okay.
You gotta believe what you see and know what you heard. Know it for a fact.
Okay.
Don't do that, Fred. Don't do that to yourself. And always teach my little nephew, go by what you see, not what you heard.
Okay.
Because Hollywood is a drug.
Right.
Hollywood would tell you anything. Even you said Hollywood is a drug.
I agree.
So I know a lot of things. I know more about Bodini than anybody. You know that I know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm my man. Bodini was my man. Come on, champ. Bro, champ. One more time, champ. And that magic worked for a lot of years for Bodini. It could be 100,000 people screaming. He always rallied when Bodini told him to rally. Bodini was a man. But Fred, did you know before Ali, Bodini was 7 years with Sugar Ray Robinson.
Wow.
He was with Ray Robinson.
Wow.
So, like all us, Fred, Bodini, we all had problems. I'm not gonna say what the man's problem was. That's not my business. But Bodini, he raised a good son. His son was a Air Force pilot. He had one son. And the last time I saw Bodini, I think Bodini had a cousin from your neighborhood, Lightning Lonnie Smith, lost the title in Los Angeles at the Olympia against a Mexican named Rayon Dundo. Lightning Lonnie Smith. Because Bodini had married his aunt or something in New York. But Bodini had this problem. I don't know what problem it was, but I know he had problems like all of them.
Watch.
I'm surprised you didn't try to throw me out there, Fred.
No, I'm coming back for it, but
You come back. You
yeah,
come back.
man. Come on, man. We having a great conversation right now.
But what I will say, Fred,
Watch the split, the left hand. Look, see, this is what I was talking about yesterday, today. See that? Yeah.
those days, Fred,
Change.
with Ali, Butch, Herbert, and Bodini. See, I ain't never cared too much for John Ali. I don't care what happened to him. It never, because I always know that he was a rat and a snake. I ain't never liked the John Ali.
Mm-hmm.
He like, Fred, I bet he don't even come out the house in Philadelphia.
Mm.
Fred, once you got that label of being a rat, nobody want to hang around you, even though you're 100. What is he, 93, 94 now, John Ali?
Yeah, he's old. 94, I was presume.
Fred, nobody care about John Ali but you. You made money off John Ali.
I didn't make no money. No, I didn't make no money.
Cause you had to make money. Because John Ali was part of the 9 Wives, wasn't he?
I mean, not necessarily, but
But he was in it.
Yeah, no, he wasn't in it. No one's in it.
No, but what I'm
Oh, I see
saying,
what you're saying. The information.
the
Yeah, so I
information
would
was in
say,
it.
yeah. I stand
And
corrected.
Belinda had the best information because she was there
She was in the house.
when it all went down.
Mm-hmm.
Notice he never bothered her.
Right. I wouldn't think so. So let me ask you, how did Butch and Don get because okay, here's what I know. Uh, who promoted that fight with because I need to get my stories correct so I can ask you. Who promoted that uh Larry Holmes Muhammad Ali fight?
Don King.
Don King. Prior to that fight, what was the Muhammad Ali fight? The Bob Arum fight. What was it?
Uh, all those other fights was Am, Evangelista, and all them other fights are the 76 and 77 fight, Richard Dern
Hmm.
and Jimmy Young. Those was Butch and Don, Butch and Am.
Okay, got it. So the reason why I asked is Bob Arum told me. Bob, I forget the fight, so I can ask. I don't know which one it was, but you would know better than I would. He said his last fight with him, he paid him an additional $200,000 and asked him to never fight again. I don't know how true that is. You can respond if you ever heard that from Butch or Bob or anybody from Top Rank. Now, my question to you is,
You gotta remember. You gotta remember. All these fights towards the end, late 70s, 78. He didn't fight for us after 78. He didn't fight for Butch till after 78.
got
The
that?
Butch had Leon. We had nothing to do with it. We was gone already. We was gone. Now, I heard, and me and Butch talked about it. What Am told you about the 200,000 is true. I got it from some reliable source downtown that was sitting there. That was true, and Brother Herbert said it. Now, I don't know if Herbert put the money in his pocket or what. Herbert was slick. Let's tell it like it is. But he was more compassionate than his retarded brother Junior, who just died broke and driving a cab like the 94-year-old dog that he was.
How was Herbert slick? Explain.
I'm saying Herbert, John, all them bums robbed Ali. Am was fair. Am gave them the money. I don't know if they was fair with Ali, but you know, it's rumored that they wasn't fair. See, everybody thought Herbert was some great manager. Herbert was hanging in strip joints. That's how Ali met his first wife.
Hmm.
Herbert was in the strip joint, and he supposed to be in the nation. So that's the people we're gonna talk, tell it like it is. For all those that say Herbert Muhammad was a great manager, Herbert Muhammad was hanging in the strip joint. He was married at the heart of the Nation of Islam. I'm talking about 61, 62. Your father leave Nation of Islam, you hanging in the strip joint. I had Ali with him. That's how Ali met Sonia Royal. Now let's talk. We're gonna talk now, Fred. We're gonna talk. And we ain't gonna put no greatness on Herbert Muhammad. He was a FOI member hanging in the strip joint. Talk to me, Fred. Talk to me.
Yeah. So what was your dealings that you know of? Well. I'm. You and Butch Lewis are one person to me. Like as it because there was some level of truth because you had to protect him. So if he lied to you, that means he's putting two lives at risk. Correct?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay. So th- th- you
Butch was
said
my guy. Butch was my guy.
I
Nothing
know, I
couldn't happen
know,
to Butch.
I know.
Nothing couldn't happen under my watch and 25 watch.
Hmm.
That's the bottom line, Fred. Ain't no going around it. The bottom line is that 25, Ray Taylor, all us out of New, the brothers out of New, I'll leave all us, we had Butch's back. And
Hmm.
Minister Jeremiah had his back. Ain't no way to go nowhere else. Butch was with us. And
So
I was with his father and I was with his mother.
so how how did how did Herbert Muhammad bypass giving Muhammad Ali all his money? How?
See, Fred, I don't really know because that wasn't my job to secure and make sure Ali was all right. Now, Minister Jeremiah's daughter can tell you better than I can, because Jerry put her there. But what I will say, Ali wasn't no dummy when it comes to that money. And see, Rockman was humble, but Rockman was a real gangster. Because he had some uncles that left Louisville was real gangsters in Chicago, man. How you think they got to Chicago? I don't know whether it was his father. You know what? One of his aunts, the Barbara, she had a ex-husband, a brother-in-law that loved the Ali and Rockman. He was in Chicago. He was big in the streets in Chicago in the number business, to my knowledge. I didn't know him, but I knew people in Chicago. Sonny and all of them, my uncle Sonny and all of them knew. So that's why when Ali got to Chicago, he went about that. The most country boys players in Chicago, niggas out of Louisville. You see what I'm saying?
Mm.
And plus, all the Irish in Chicago liked Ali because they knew something that we didn't know. Ali's grandfather was Irish.
Mm.
Last name, because we got to remember his mother name was Gladys O'Grady.
Mm.
Come on, man. Because I remember when him and Lonnie went over there, because he called Marad, wanted Marad to go with him, man. Because ain't none of us like Jelani.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Belinda was my girl. That was my girl, Belinda. That's my buddy, man. I haven't talked to her in a while,
I'll give
but
you a number.
because she knew that that we in Philadelphia had Jeremiah best, that Jeremiah and all of us had Ali's best interest. They knew when Ali moved into Pennsylvania in the Cherry Hill, she felt relieved because she know we had it. That nothing could happen to her or her children.
Mm-hmm.
Because she was with some real soldiers. She was more comparable to me, even though her family, her mother and father, Captain Raymond, all of them was in Chicago. She born in Chicago, but she knew the strength that Ali had in that Delaware Valley
Right.
because of Minister Jeremiah.
Right. Right.
And see, and I'm gonna tell you this going on record. I don't care if Herbert children don't like it. Ali trusted Jeremiah more than he trusted Herbert.
Really? So why he never
Listen,
left? So why he never left? So why he never left Chicago and
see,
went straight to?
because
Wait,
let
let
me
me
say,
ask the question. Let me ask the question. Then you
I
can.
know, I know what you gonna say. Well, why he
No,
never
but it's
left?
not for you, man. Come, will you let me ask the
You
question?
keep worrying about these goddamn people, bro.
It's
That's everything.
important that the question get asked.
The questions I don't know. That's what I'm gonna go ahead and answer.
So why wouldn't he leave Herbert and go and just deal with straight number 12?
I don't know. I don't know. You gotta ask Herbert Sunday.
So
I'm not gonna let you put me in the box to answer that.
I'm not putting you in the box. I
Because
asked a
you
question.
answer the question that don't need to be asked.
You was about to answer it.
No, I don't know. You can make me want to know, but let me explain something to you.
Yes.
See, first of all, we was protectors. We wasn't goddamn managers. We was protectors. Made sure he was all right. Made sure the camp was all right. Whatever Herbert did, Herbert did. People praised Herbert to be a great man. Herbert was crazy. See, Herbert used to see when Herbert found out that all those with Butch, he stopped talking crazy to Butch. See, all them feared Jeremiah, man.
Wow.
All them fools. See, John Ali, I'll tell you, pick up the phone and call your rat friend. He'll tell you they didn't play with Jeremiah. They didn't play with him because they knew the kind of soldier that Jeremiah had. See, Jeremiah, we didn't care nothing about Chicago, bruh. But number two, all them other guys in Chicago, the Rangers, the Stones, I respect all them brothers. Jesse's brother, Jesse half brother Noah Robert, I knew Noah. I knew guys that was good with Noah. The Peace Stone Rangers, all them brothers was all right with this East Coast, bro. It was good brothers. But what I will say, man, that nobody had a connection to the brotherhood like Butch Lewis. Butch was a funny guy, a little guy, had a little man complex, but Butch had a lot of power in them streets, man. Through us. To answer your question, Ali stayed with Herbert. He had his reasons. I can't answer why he stayed, but Ali believed in the book. What you want for yourself, you want for your brother. And Ali believed in that. It might have came back to bite him in the butt, but he believed in it. See, Herbert was slick. Am will tell you, Am bought him an apartment in Central Park. Did Am tell you that?
Yes, and you told me that.
Yeah. So to answer the question, man, the bottom line, Bush was with us, man. All this going around the Bush, this, why he didn't let Herbert. The bottom line is Butch Lewis, man. Butch was my guy, man. And I don't talk to Bush children as much. Now I talk to Brandon, his youngest son. One of his sons committed suicide. I miss him, but that's life. His daughter's doing well. His oldest son, Randy, you know, he's sickly, but that's little Butch. So it is what it is. The grandboys is all right. It is what it is.
Mm.
Next question, please. You're killing me, but next question.
I'll let me ask another